Lately, I've been playing video games like they are an interactive movie, grinding for that next storyline. And as the lines between movies, TV shows, and video games get more blurry as time goes on, it's only natural that at least one of them is going to make me cry. Well, I guess that's not too hard to do for me, as just this year I've already cried to 5 different video games that I played. So here is the list of those 5 games, why they made me cry, and why I totally recommend you to play them too. So maybe you can cry too. I should forewarn, and should come as no surprise that this video is packed with spoilers of ending storylines, so you have been warned. Look away now, or if you want a sneak peek of just the titles, you can quickly skip to the chapters in this video. Without further ado, in no particular order, these are the 5 video games that made me cry this year. A Plague Tale Requiem. Technically, I played this one last year, but after I edited my clips into a supercut recently, I had to relive the sadness and ended up still crying again. So this one still counts and still hurts. I played the first part of Plague Tale Innocence and was a huge fan, so when the game came out in November, I had to buy it right away. I don't recall crying in the first series, even though that one had its very sad moments throughout, but the second installment just took it to a whole nother level I really did not expect. I never have seen a video game or even a movie I watched go this far in just the unliving of a child in this significance. Okay, Walking Dead had Duck, but we were with Hugo since the very beginning, and I respect the decisions made in this game, but I can't help but think all the work we did was in vain. I'm a little sour. But playing with Hugo from the first and second game for hours, and with him having the most adorable voice ever in video game history, in the end it was all just gut-wrenching. If you're looking to be sad, like sad, I recommend this game wholeheartedly. The gameplay is pretty fun and unique as well. Welcome to Elk. This was an indie game I stumbled upon testing out dozens of free trials before Stadia ended. I had no idea what kind of emotional ride I was in for. Welcome to Elk is a series of stories inspired by real events that, along with the journey you go on to get to know the townspeople, really makes you feel connected to their stories and hits you hard when it's acted out. You don't expect the mini games you play, like a karaoke night, to be referenced in a retelling of a story with a little girl witnessing her father get murdered by a bloodthirsty gang. Juxtapositions like this don't seem like they go together, but Welcome to Elk does a phenomenal job in being able to tell stories that are humorous, but then tell deeply sad stories that stick with you, where you're laughing one minute and crying the other. To the Moon. This is a story going back in time trying to piece together memories, and while it does have very deep and heartwarming scenes, I ended up crying for something seemingly unrelated to the story, where the origami rabbits reminded me of the story of 1,000 Paper Cranes. If you guys don't know that story, it's about a girl dying from leukemia in the aftermath of the Hiroshima bombings in Japan, and as she lay in her hospital bed, she makes her way to fold 1,000 paper cranes. There's a lot of symbolism behind that, and seeing River sick in bed folding all those bunny rabbits really took me back to the memory of that story. You might not be reminded of 1,000 paper cranes like me when you play To the Moon, but I recommend it for a short game with a good story. Venba. Venba is a new indie release I decided to play on my Xbox Game Pass subscription. I related heavily to the immigrant's story, as I am a daughter of immigrants myself. As Venba grew in age and lost her husband, she would continue to connect with her only son through food, and that's just something my parents do with me as well. My mom would wake up early on the day I would be arriving for lunch to cook this grand meal she knows I would love. And it just made me think about the limited time we have with our loved ones and how we should probably visit them more often. Venba not only has a heartwarming, tear-inducing storyline, but by the end of the game, I felt so hungry with the sounds of sizzling food and delicious colors in the gameplay. Final Fantasy VII. This game came out over 25 years ago, and I now understand why it's a favorite for many. Even though I knew Aerith's death was coming up, I still found myself emotional. Right after her death, Cloud's speech, the music, everything really hit me in the feels.
My eyes are burning.
My eyes are burning too, Cloud! Polygonal graphics aside, I definitely would recommend this to anyone. Final Fantasy VII accomplishes something very few games are able to do today, which is combining stories that can both be humorous but also make you cry, and on top of that, deliver such layered, fun gameplay. The only other game I can think of that has accomplished this is The Witcher 3. I mean, this game has a cat sitting on top of a giant stuffed Moogle that I affectionately gave a lisp, and we can actually fly beyond the edge of the world. Oh, it's a circle! It's the whole entire world! So yeah, I cried a lot this year. Thanks a lot, great game developers, story writers. I'm sure I'll cry to more video games, so maybe I'll start a tier list. Get it? Tier list? Anyways, if you guys want to check out the full gameplays of these games I mentioned, I do regular live streams right here on YouTube. Be sure to check them out. Thanks for watching.